Hey everyone, this is the TZG podcast number 4. I'm here with Chance.
Hey.
And Ramithus.
Hey, how's it going?
And today we're going to be talking about Guild Wars 2 because we have a bit of a smaller group and we'll go a bit into depth with this. I'm going to let Ramithus take it away to start. He's played a bit more.
Alright, so, I've been playing as much as I can in my spare time, and from what I've seen so far, the PvE has exceeded my expectations, mainly because from what I've heard from Guild Wars 1, it's mainly a PvP game. However, the world versus world, despite the good fun I'm having now, usually it's just a lot of running around. It's a lot of kind of running back to your body, especially on a losing server. They haven't quite fixed it yet, because it seemed like for at least a week we were getting our butts handed to us by the exact same server. I mean, we were down like by at least 300,000 points. Right now we are, I guess we just restarted, so it's pretty even. We're on Sorrow's Furnace. As you can see, we just got wiped completely. But yeah, no, I've been playing basically all of the aspects, and from what I can see, it's fun. It's good that there are so many different kind of ways you can approach the game. There's definitely a lot of gameplay to be had. However, you really have to watch not playing the same thing over and over again, because you really can get burnt. The PvP is interesting, like just the battlegrounds. They're fun, but if you play them over and over again without people that you're online with, or guild mates, it can be pretty tiring. I know Dice Storm's sort of played a bit. I don't know if you've started the battlegrounds or anything yet.
No, I mainly just done some of the starting areas, take a look at everything. I have to say that the starting, like just starting out, is awesome. You start out and you just kind of thrown into it, and it's kind of chaotic. You don't know what's going on, but get this, it's really epic. But you're not like, I can kill everything. Just for example, there's a lot of battles at the start, where you're fighting something that's happening, and for the human one, it's a bunch of centaurs running around trying to kill everyone. So you end up fighting that off, and then some wizard warlock comes in, and they create a big monster, and you're fighting that. But you can't just kill it yourself. You have a whole bunch of NPCs and other people helping you, so it's not like you feel like some god, but you're still able to get into it, and it's just really cool. That part I really liked. And then after that, you feel really just thrown into it, like, here's the game, go.
Yeah, no, for sure. It is, I think, partly because I haven't been playing with a big group of people, that I find it a bit more challenging to get into. It's definitely not catering to the solo player. I mean, it is called Guild Wars, so what can you expect? But that's, like, coming off of WoW, which was the last MMO I played, it's really different experience, and it's sort of unsettling almost, because I find the reason I usually go back to World of Warcraft is because it's that familiar kind of fun, just, you know, you can play it when you feel like it, maybe be a bit more competitive. But with this one, I'm just kind of turned on my head, and I'm not really sure what I'm doing half the time.
Yeah, I think it's going to take a lot of getting used to. I got to put in some more hours to really get a idea of what's going to happen here. I'm having fun. I know that much. Like, it's never been a dull moment thus far for me. Right. I've enjoyed every moment of it. It's been really epic, really awesome. I've never been able to not find something to do. I just start walking, and I pretty much find things to do, things to kill, people to kill stuff with, interaction. So that part is amazing.
Yeah. And I mean, that's what I was saying about the PvE aspect, at least. It's fun because it's just you're trying to get somewhere, and you almost can't because you keep seeing things. Oh, maybe I should just walk over there and just help that person, you know, fend off the worms or whatever attacking his farm.
I think we'll have to see with what happens there. A lot of, there's the small arenas. That was a big focus of the first Guild Wars. Not so much this big one. I think the big one's cool, but I think the smaller battles, the like team battles and guild wars they had, where your guild took on another guild in a battle against their two buildings, like two castles. They would take on each other. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I'm interested to see where that is once I get high enough, get in a guild going and all that. Um, there are some issues I've had though. For me, just some of the controls seem a little odd. Like, why
Right.
change things that aren't broken? I think earlier we were talking about how in WoW, like just this is a simple example, but the items, blue items are worse than green.
Yeah.
What's up with that? Like,
Yeah. There's a few unnecessary changes like that, and another thing I've found is there's a few bugs. Like today, I was unable to join World versus World for some reason. Like it just wouldn't let me. It just kept, and then I came back after a few hours, tried again, and it was fine. Like there's no issues at all. So I'm not really sure what that's all about. Also, if you can see now, I'm just in Battleground, which is just in the heart of the Mists, which is where you basically go to queue up, you go to buy your honor gear, or sorry, glory gear, and
The beach is yours.
you can go to the Mystic Forge, which I'll show later after this round or so, where you can actually, once you've disenchanted some of the PvP gear, you get materials, and if you buy basically
Your enemy took the
plans or trophies, I think it is, you can make
You've
new
lost the
items
dock.
with that. It's usually pretty expensive unless you're basically just stockpiling glory for the next kind of level like I am. I mean, I know Mike's been playing a lot of WoW.
You've overtaken
Are
the
you
ruin.
finding it still as repetitive, or?
Well, right now it is just because of the fact that there's nothing else to do in the game. I mean, the game's already beaten by many people, and there's no really achievements to do. There's no arena right now. There's just leveling up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what happens every time an expansion comes out. Obviously, Miss Fender is coming out soon, which I'm excited for. I'm always
Right.
excited for new expansion. A lot of people aren't looking forward to it, but I mean, I don't know. It's something new and something fun.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's an old game and it's getting outdated, but it's still an awesome game. Like, it still has things they can improve in every game.
Right.
But I mean, I'm still enjoying it. It's hard to play without friends sometimes. But I mean, that's usually just when I go and play other games when other people aren't on, right? So
Yeah.
it's fun like that. I think what I'm really looking forward to in Miss Pandaria is going to be just the fact of exploring new areas, learning new things. I mean, that's fun with every game, is just learning and,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
finding new things that you haven't seen before, which is why I think a lot of people like Guild Wars, is it's a huge map. And you get to explore, which is a pretty cool PvE aspect of it. From what I've been hearing, at least, it's not easy to just jump into without dying at least a couple of times. Like, you can't. It's not easy.
The
At least
beach is yours.
it's not as I guess you could say casual dependent as WoW is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
from what you've heard, because you haven't really played Guild Wars, like, do you see anything in this game that you think might, like, does Warcraft have anything over this game from what you've heard? Because, I mean, people are still, like, I've had people in chat just say, yeah, no, I'm going back to WoW, this sucks. But, like, I couldn't figure out why exactly. I mean, it's been, like, a week since this game's been out, so how does that already like, do you have any idea why that would happen?
Well, like you were saying before, it's familiar and people know how to play it and they're good at it. Like,
Yeah.
not necessarily good at it, but I mean, they're better than a new game. I mean, that's just how kind of people play. They want to play a game to be good at it, and then if you can only be average at something, you might as well go back to something you can be average at,
Right.
other than just totally crappy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, some people don't like new game feels. If they don't just get things handed to them.
Yeah.
I mean, in a competitive aspect, I'm very competitive in Arena. I've been competitive since Vanilla, not necessarily in Arena because Arena was added in BC, but just in everything I was doing in games, I've been competitive in. And I mean, I haven't really seen anything that you can be competitive in that is really going to be based off of what you do is going to actually change something. Like in 3v3 Arena, if you do something amazing, say like you just get like a sick like charge stun type thing and you just win the game off of that.
Right.
There's nothing really like that in Guild Wars. Like there's something that makes you shine as a player and makes you feel good that you accomplished something, such as like also arena titles and like arena rating or match rating.
With that, we're gonna just wrap it up here. So, do you guys think this is a WoW killer? I know that's the big question for a lot of other MMOs that come out. So let's take it away. Let's take a turn at our thoughts with that.
It's hard to say. I don't think so. I mean, it isn't now. Maybe with a couple patches. Like, I'm enjoying myself overall. I don't have any intentions on going back to WoW. I don't know if that's the definition of a WoW killer, or if it has to be like, no, I just can't believe I ever played that game. This is it. I honestly still think that the Pandaria is just gonna, I don't know, it'll turn everyone off. I just can't see the appeal as much as the other expansions, at least. I don't know. Chance has any idea?
I'm gonna stick with it. Like I'm a WoW player. I might be biased in that sense. But I mean, I've also played a lot of other games, and there's no reason why I can't play more games than just one, right? But at the same time, like you guys told me that on at least arena subject that there was at least 5v5 arena. So I mean, they're stepping in the right direction, but it's not gonna be a killer. Like I hate when people say just a game just dies off. This game has been around for so long. It's not just gonna die off. It's gonna lose some people, yes, but it's not gonna die. I really don't think that a game's gonna satisfy people in every aspect of the game for it to make everybody leave. You know, like they'll have certain aspects of a game that they'll want to play, so they'll move to another game. That's okay. But I mean, I really don't think a lot of people, at least with Arena, are going to be leaving unless they do something to make it so they can't really Arena the way they want to. I mean, it's all based on personal experiences that you've been in the game, and just like your opinion on the game. It's like everybody has their own opinion on the game, and I just don't see everybody just losing it like that. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think there's a WoW killer. I think people focus so much on this. Oh, WoW's got to beat, something's got to beat it. I think there's different games, different styles. With this is something new, something different, and like you said, why not play both if you like both? If you love Guild Wars and just want to play that, that's fine. But I don't think WoW is just going to disappear because another game came out.
Like I'm competitive in WoW right now, and that's obviously where my desire wants to be, like where it's lays right now. It doesn't mean I'm not going to play Guild Wars 2. The good thing about Guild Wars 2 is that it has no subscription. So I mean, if I want to play it, all I have to do is buy the game and log on whenever I want. It's not going to say that I'm going to stick with WoW. It's not going to say I'm going to move over to Guild Wars. It's just right now I'm having fun with WoW, and if I get bored of it, if there's a time where if I have free time type thing and I want to play another game, yeah, I'll move over to Guild Wars. But at this point in time, it's not a game for me. But I mean, it's an awesome game. I've played it once at my friend's house, but I mean, it was really hard for me not to buy it. But at the same time, I mean, people's focuses lie elsewhere sometimes.
Yeah, with that, we're going to wrap it up. We're definitely going to have some more Guild Wars footage to come. We'll probably come back to this and take a look at it again with Miss Pandaria coming out. Just take that.
Do a little WoW versus Guild Wars.
Yeah, definitely take a look and see what's improved and what's changed. Because by then, that'll be a few months into Guild Wars, 1 or 2, and we'll be able to take a look at them in depth, see what's happened, what's changed, what's come along with Miss Pandaria. But with that, we're going to wrap it up.